Hello everybody and welcome to a video about how to play Nagas even after the nerf. They are still good. Here you can see me playing Fey Lord Phelan. I go by picking the 3-5 town as it got good stats, and then a minion that will allow me to discover another minion, and then obviously the sweet pick here it's Atisa on Tavern 6. Obviously I just go up with the Tavern and then play the 3-5, which allows me to draw the second turn. And then I'm presented in the Tavern with a Lava Lurker, which is great. I take the Sunbacon as I cannot afford to pick two minions as I have no token generator. And I decide to just go ahead and buff the Lava Lurker, as it's already a strong pull towards playing Naga with this Lava Lurker, and knowing that when I get to Tavern 6 I will hit Athisa. I already have a good board presence and managed to deal 6 damage on turn 3, which is a big amount. Onto the 6 gold turn. And here it's an interesting decision. I could take a double Honcho, but I choose to go for economy, take the Gambler so that I can recycle it later on. It's good, 3-3 in terms of stats. And then the 2-4 could provide me with some extra blood gems, extra buffs for the team. I'm facing probably the other Naga player in the lobby, but she's yet to conquest. She's not yet on a conquest, so pretty easy win. Turn 5, it's time to just upgrade the Tavern and go ASAP to that Tavern 6 Athisa, which is primordial for the Nagas. It's also something worth chasing. I will use the blood gem on that minion, that Quillboar, to give it Divine Shield. Now turn 5, the opponent is Cariel Rome, which is about at her power spike on those turn 5, 6, 7, because she already has 5 minions, so the buff from her active is gonna go to full power for minions. I'm lucky to get a draw there, so I decide to just move on with the Tavern, because I get that discover minion. I use refresh, and now I just take the Tad so that I can discover another Murloc and place 7 minions on board. Taking the Amalgam, as I'm pretty certain at this point I'm not going for Murlocs, so just take the Amalgam in case there is some synergy popping up, but it's probably just gonna be 1 gold. Here Zephrys is unlucky as he gets the first Divine Shield on the other Selfless Hero, which is always the problem when you're playing double Selfless Hero. And with that, it's just enough to draw. Very important here that I managed to draw twice, so I'm preserving my life total while also going up with a Tavern. Here I get a very good pick. I can just start to buff that creature. I'm refreshing a bit, and now this is an interesting turn because I can take another Spellcraft minion. Selling the Tad, lots of gold. take the Wave Rider. That was pretty close in terms of time. And you can see, although Queen Ashara started her conquest, this turn was a very big upgrade to my team, and I'm defeating her hard, dealing 12 damage. She's left at 16, so in a danger zone. I already have 3 spellcraft minions and the 4-drop that buffs whenever I cast a spell. So I'm in a very strong position, thus I decide to just go up with the Tavern. I can also refresh once, and I hit another Wave Rider and a Wrangler. Wrangler is more powerful as I don't yet have a Tisa. Wrangler is just gonna be +6/+6 this turn, and then some extra buffs the following turn. So yeah, he's the obvious pick. Eventide Brute is already 11-10, and it's only going up. In terms of stats, the team is already great. Soon I will get rid of the Quillbore as well, and there's also the option next turn of just upgrading the Tavern and taking the Tisa, starting the party. Cariel Rome, she's on to Murlocs, but she doesn't have a poison Murloc yet. So she's not that much of a threat, but I'm still lucky to get a draw here, as that active of hers is still very good on turn 9. Now it's time to just go Tavern 6, get Athisa, and start buffing. I have to decide here which minions I look forward to buff. I refresh once and I get a Siren, which is again very important. I can get rid of the Quillbore, I can sell the Nightmare Amalgam and another minion, buy the Siren.
That's quite the army you're building, friend.
There is an argument here to freeze the Tavern for that Sun Bacon Relaxer, but I chose not to. I still need some Naga pieces on board, so I'd rather roll for them, like another Atisa, Lava Lurker, Siren, basically anything that could eventually become a golden version. Rearranging the minions a bit, give some Wind Fury to the high attackers. Cirella here is going for Nagas as well, but she doesn't have Athisa, she doesn't have Wrangler, so in terms of stats she can't compete yet. She takes 10 damage. We're only 7 players left in the lobby, and I get a glow scale, which is a very good minion. It's basically what you want to be buffing with Athisa, and it's also great because it gets that divine shield from the Siren. Here I'm taking the second Lava Lurker, as I think the warband is strong enough to survive the next turn. Though I'm facing Queen Ashara, but I'm already on my way for... I've been on my way for a couple turns, so I feel I'm strong enough to afford to buy Lava Lurker here. Of course, I give the Divine Shield to the Lava Lurker as it keeps it. She has an Athisa of her own, almost even-type brute, even with mine. But I have the stats well spread out throughout the team. And she takes 16. This is major. This is major right here as I'm eliminating her, because she might have been able to catch up with me. And it would have been hard to face Ashara, so getting rid of her in this fight was fortunate, and it allowed me to not be the only Naga player at the table, but with one less Naga player, I get an advantage, of course, and I'm fairly certain I'm the strongest at this point, so I'm definitely playing for the win. Here I'm playing Wrangler for some extra buffs, and then I'm gonna take the Shoal Commander. I'm giving Divine Shield and Wind Fury to Eventide Brute, giving +8 attack to Glow Scale as it gets the Divine Shield and it has Taunt. I want it to hit for a bit more as Lava Lurker is already pretty big. And also I want to give that Mighty Shoal to Lava Lurker. Just rearranging the minions a bit. One thing that I want to point out is that I don't want to give Taunt to Lava Lurker. I find it to be too easy of a target for Leroy Jenkins. As you can see, my opponent does have Leroy Jenkins. Lava Lurker is a strong minion. I don't want it to just die to a Leroy Jenkins. So whenever I can, I just don't give it Taunt. If I get it early, then I will need to give it Taunt, because you don't have that many spellcrafts to put on it, and you just want to give the Lava Lurker a spellcraft every turn. But if it's possible, I'm not giving it Taunt. There's a triple Lava Lurker now. Jendis survived, by the way, with I don't know, 1 or 2 HP. Refreshing a bit before playing the Lava Lurker. Definitely no time to build another one, so I'm not taking another Lava Lurker. I don't even have room for another one. Here I discover another Athisa, and this is major. This is just major. Obviously selling the smallest Naga. Play the Shoal Commander, get the spellcraft spell, sell it, refresh the tavern once more, play the second Athisa, and just get crazy with the buffs. Double Mighty Shoal on the golden Lava Lurker, it keeps them both. Divine Shield on the Brute. This is just gonna be the pattern. And then trying to balance a bit the board. Get the stats well spread out throughout the team. I don't want to just have 2 very big minions and then small minions. Glow Scale is very important here. As you can see, it just negates that Leroy Jenkins, and this Zephyrs is just way too small. He's no match for our lineup here. takes all the damage in the world. His game might have just uninstalled after this defeat. And we are into the top 3 and lucky enough to get the shadow. So this is an opportunity here to just go ahead and buff the team.
Better hire a recruit while you can. Go ahead.
Refreshing a couple of times without hitting anything. So already down to 6 gold. I just take the 1 drop as it gives me 1 spell. And then I find another small spellcraft minion just in time so that I can efficiently use all my gold. Only 4 spells is not a lot, but then there's going to be 2 more spells from the Siren. So that's like 6 times +6 +6. That's plus 36 buffs because of the 2 Athisas and yeah, the entire combo. Siren with 2 spellcraft minions. And then each of those spells actually buffs Eventide Brute, so that's even more stats. His board is already so strong. AFK was playing Murlocs, so that might have been an issue at some point. But not yet, as she only has poison on 3 minions, 1 with Divine Shield if I recall correctly. Though that big imp mama is pretty strong and it's a bit of a headache, but I managed to defeat her in the end with a lava lurker still standing. The point here was really just don't take damage.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Still 3 players left in the lobby. Again, a couple of missed refreshes. Keep seeing that lava lurker, but as I said earlier, no time to build a second one, no room on the board to have a second lava lurker. Taking the archer, the classic cycling. Pretty bad turn, only 3 spells. So I have to hope for the best. Divine Shield on the Eventide Brute. And then Taunt again. You want to give Taunt to something small, in case they have a Leroy or some poison creature that attacks early in the fight. She's playing demons. She has a huge Wrathweaver, which might be a problem since that Wrathweaver matches my creature stats. I managed to kill it, but I lose this fight, and here is very important that my life total stayed high. I was at 38 down to 29, so still a bunch of room for error. Just had to hope for better turns with more than 3 spells. Sell the archer, bring in the angler. Here I get the second siren, and that's important because it changes the way I play here. I decide to not yet play the siren as I'm at 29. I have 2 spellcraft minions and 1 siren, so that's 2 triggers. I don't really have room for the second siren. Cirella has double golden siren and Athisa. So she might have get ahead. killing her here is very important, and it's something that I don't have to worry about no more. Jandis Barov is not playing Naga, so I'm left with all the Nagas in the game. Bit of lag here. Bob just exploded. Now, I would not sell that 3-7, but I need a flex spot on the board. I just cannot keep it there and keep all those minions in hand. So you got to do what you gotta do. It's anyway such a great turn. Here I don't know if I played correctly, as I decided to sell the second Siren. Because I don't have room for it and I don't want to wait on a double. I'd rather get that Leroy, as I know my opponent has a big Wrathweaver. I'm not sure that's the optimal play, but it's what I decided. As you saw, I didn't have that much time. Glow Scale killing that Leroy Jenkins. There's a Wrathweaver with Divine Shield and a poisonous Divine Shield creature. I managed to kill them all, and then Leroy draws things up. It's just a draw, but I'm confident that I could get ahead in terms of stats. I should be able to scale way better than my opponent. Leroy Jenkins is gonna be the next minion to get rid of. It's a bit of a luck push. If you keep Leroy, it has to hit that Wrathweaver early, otherwise it's not that great. And I can kill the Wrathweaver by other means as well. I decided to just get as many spells as possible here. Here I think I'm missing on the opportunity to take another spell, yes, and I'm just going for the refreshes. It's an issue because I had to play fast through my turn, as I didn't have too much time left. Here is unfortunate that the Lava Lurker hits the Leroy Jenkins. As you can see, his other minions are not that big. So unless he gets poison, it doesn't really matter. Still scaling, and hopefully I will manage to defeat this guy. I'm also on 29, which is important, because I can actually afford to lose 1 or 2 fights. Here I am getting the second Glow Scale, which I like very much, and the triple Athisa, and that's a major step towards winning, as now I can play double Glow Scale and just have a bunch of Divine Shields. I didn't have what to sell to get that triple Athisa, so I decided just to wait one more turn. Again, the fact that I'm on 29 HP plays a major role, because if it weren't for that much HP, I would have been inclined to just sell one of the Glow Scales and the Siren in hand again and just get the triple Athisa for the buffs. But even if I'm losing here, I would still have HP and would still be in the game. So I decide to wait. My opponent takes a second Leroy Jenkins, but yeah, that Glow Scale came just in time. And then finally I get to properly hit that Wrathweaver and obtain the victory with Ambassador.
So you like a video, you click a like, you click a subscribe, and stay tuned for more content like this.